are and see if they have any spells and see if maybe we get lucky with a, an extra key or whatever. We shall see.
Of course, the chest on the top, that one will always be a magic key. We're going to always have at least one available for both of these runners. There's the stats.
Ooh, I saw an extra key, a gold, and the return spell. So this is a really nice start for our runners. They're going to be able to just return. They're going to be able to go up to, see, just what Fred's doing right now.
Yeah, absolutely, because now we can raid that treasury. Fred's going to be the first one to check it out, and we see that very nice. He's playing as a metal slime, while Couch 23 is playing as the orange ghost from Pac-Man, be it Clyde, Sue, or Tim, depending on which Pac-Man game you're playing.
And in the treasury, we had the two notable things. We had some gold, so a gold grind is certainly possible. And we have Erdrick's token also in the throne room. Or the treasury, I'm sorry.
Well, Erdrick's Tease, as you like to call it, the token, is one of the 3 necessary items needed to give to the jerk at the Jerk Cave to get his favorite candy, the Rainbow Drop. We need to have the Staff of Rain, the Stones of Sunlight, and of course, Erdrick's token. Now, to get the Staff of Rain, you have to find the Silver Harp first.
Now, it looks like Fred is in... Fred is in the Tablet Cave, and I think got himself a little crossed up and had to reset out of the Tablet Cave.
Yeah, the problem with the Tablet Cave, Z-Man, is while there are no enemies, it is just too easy to get lost, and there's no way of death warping. So if you don't know the ins and outs of that cave, you're going to have to reset.
Yep, exactly. All right, Couch has gotten floor 1 out of the way and has moved on now to floor 2. So what Fred is doing here is he's leaving the throne room and re-entering the throne room and setting up a grind. Oh, wait, did he just use his second key? Yep, he's resetting. Yep. So what Fred needs to do is he needs to leave the throne room the traditional way, go back into the throne room, then buy more keys from the back, and then go to the treasury where he can initiate a gold grind.
All right. Meanwhile, Couch 23 continuing to dive into this Tablet Cave to find that treasure chest. Now, if there's nothing worth Couch 23's while, I would imagine he'll reset.
So, Couch, I think, made it to the bottom. I didn't see what was actually there. Oh, a torch. Okay, there we go. It was a torch in the bottom of the grave. And here we have Swamp South.
Ooh, very interesting. So, if this is one of those seeds where the coordinates are just absolute trash, you may have to rescue Princess Squalin.
And we have Stoneman in here. Stoneman says, "Hi, Couch." Bye, Couch.
Yeah, ambushed by a stone man, they do a lot of damage. Yeah, no chance. He'll be sent back to the start of the castle.
All right, and Fred is now going back to the treasury and will set up a gold grind, I would imagine. Okay, there's the token again, which we know. Now, of course, he's getting blocked by the NPC, toughest boss in the game.
Doesn't matter which game you play, Z-Man, whether it's this, Final Fantasy, etc. They always like to cause havoc.
Mm-hmm. Now, I do believe that this is actually fairy water that Fred is grinding on, and that's great because the fairy water can do the same damage as the spell of Hurt, which is the damage range of 9 to 16. So he'll be able to take out some enemies rather quickly with a couple uses of fairy water, though Couch, getting level 2, gets another 16 strength.
That's a huge boost right there. Now, the gold grind that Fred does, anytime you pick up gold, anywhere between 500 and 755 gold pieces, and down goes a scorpion on Couch's side, and that is level 3. 1, 3, 9, 3, no spells.
And there's a town right to the southwest. It is the town of Rimildar. So there are extra keys here, but more importantly, we do have a weapon and armor shop. So let's see if there's some real... Oh, scorpions have hurt more. If there are some really good things here, I could see both of our runners resetting, redoing that gold grind, and getting as much gold as they need.
And Couch 23 finding wings behind that chest. That'll send us back to the castle, and he'll stop at the inn to regain all of his points. And Fred now in this cave.
Oh, and there's a silver shield and a broadsword and a half plate. So I'm a little surprised Couch isn't resetting and immediately getting those three things, because that's not a terrible grind. That's what, about 16,000-ish gold, and it would or 17,000. I can math, and it would certainly boost their exploration ability.
Fred trying to put the scorpion to sleep and finish it off, but he's down to 1 HP. All right, can he take this scorpion down with the next hit at 16 points if he does? No, he cannot.
Nope. Now, the good news is for Fred, if he makes his way just a little to the southeast and does see the town of Rimildar, he'll be able to purchase that broadsword and half-plate armor, which would certainly mitigate a lot of his damage early that he's taking in that he can give out. Couch getting level 4, meh.
Yeah, it was 3, 13, 1, and 2, and still no new spells. Going for the sleep tactics on this metal scorpion for 31 experience points if he's successful. Which would get him really close to level 5. He'd be 10 points away.
Yep, Couch deciding to put the metal scorpion to sleep. Oh, gets a Kaishin no Ichigeki to get the metal scorpion down.
You know, one of my fellow commentator partners the other day called it that same thing.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
That is, I believe, well, it's the Japanese version of excellent move or critical hit, however you want to say it. And I do believe Game Boy F9 was the first one to bring it to stream. And
Yes.
We're all just copying Game Boy at this point.
That is correct. I did work with him the other day, and he exactly pointed out that phrase to me, too. There's a new spell at level 5 we've learned, Outside.
And this is actually a really nice spell to learn right now, because if you can go into Swamp South, you can cast Outside to get to Swamp North.
Fred trying to take this ghost down, and he succeeds in doing so, and he'll move up to level 2. Couch going to try to finish off this scorpion here, but unfortunately it decides to wake up from its slumber after one turn, so no 31 points for him.
Fred very quickly getting to level 3, being able to one-shot the scorpion at level 2.
Fred making his way to level 3 and finds another scorpion. This scorpion, if he can take it down, would give him level 4, and he will get it right there.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and Fred going northeast. Oh, there is a town to the northeast, though. So we don't know what this town is. We know there's a town to the southeast. We know that's Rimildar, but I'm sorry, northwest, southwest. I can direction.
Can he get there? He does get there, and it is Garenham.
And Garenham is really nice to find because you have 3 chests in the back as well as whatever is in the back. Plus, you do have a
full plate.
Oh, this is nice. Full plate, large shield, and hand axe. That's really nice equipment at the beginning.
Well, this is every Wheel of Fortune player's dream shopping for prizes. He's going to be able to shop for some good stuff here. Nice.
Yeah. He'll be able to pick up some herbs, pick up some torches, go to an inn. So this is a really nice find, as well as get the 3 free chests in the back, and maybe possibly get some more chests even out of whatever cave happens to be underneath Garenham.
Couch is back into Romualdar to I would imagine, get some more keys.
That certainly looks like it. You save what 30 gold-ish per key, as opposed to the Tantagel shop. Okay, Fred using his key to get into the back of Garanham. The tradition is to get NPC blocked about 3 different times.
Like right there. Inside the chest, we have wings. The second chest has some gold. And the final chest has Erdrick's sword.
Sword. So we have a big stick in the back of Garanham. So, the damage right now is not a problem for our racers.
What cave do we have here?
I'm pretty sure that this is the grave of Garen.
All right, and there.
2-shotting a Druid Lord at level 4. That's amazing.
Yep, and now he, just like Couch 23, is at level 5.
And if Druid Lords are free... Oh, I was going to say Spectres are free, but, Spectres have Charcoal Breath.
Yep, they have the DL2 breath that does in excess of 70 hit points of damage. If we find the armor, Erdrick's armor, it reduces the amount of damage taken to 42 to 48, but yeah, at this level, not happening.
Couch gets his Erdrick sword in the back of Garanham. To answer Trenton's question in chat, early stats seem rough. The strength is really good. The agility is just fine. The HP and MP, yeah, those are rough for level 5. But the strength and the fact that they have Erdrick sword already, that's gonna mitigate a lot of potential issues here.
Now, throughout the rest of this race, you'll notice the numbers turn colors. Orange means they are closing in on having enough to have what it takes to make a Sharlock dive. Green means they have a good amount to make the dive, which, of course, you want to see all of the stats be green if possible.
So it looks like Couch is blonde. Oh, look, Armored Knight's in the grave. That's fun.
If only we had Hurt more.
Couch getting to the top 3 chests here. We have Dragon Scale, we have Gold, and the Stones of Sunlight.
A great find, so now we just have to find the Silver Harp and the Staff Cave in order to turn it in and get the Rainbow Drop. So this has the potential of this being a quick seed, but we need to see some of these statistics, particularly as you had mentioned, Z-Man, the HP and the MP, start ticking up quite a bit.
And Couch discovers that the Spectres have Dragon Lord 2 Breath, which is always fun to see, quote-unquote fun.
Well, fun for us, not so fun for the runners. Down goes a Magician on Fred's side. He's at 116. Need to get to 165 for level 6. And somebody get the license plate of that Dodge, of that Drakima.
Okay, so Spectres may not do Dragon Lord 2 Breath that terribly often, maybe? 2-shotting a Spectre for 47 experience. Really nice at the beginning of any seed here.
Fred going to raid Rimalder. He's going to find the wings also.
And we have a town just south of Swamp North, but it's protected by an Armored Knight, and the Armored Knight says, go back to start.
Yep, it's not going to be that easy, Couch. You're going to have to try it again. So that town that is right there is going to remain a mystery for a little while longer.
So Fred sees the Silver Shield here in Rimmaldar, and I'm betting his next trip is to go right straight back to Garanham to try to get to the grave and try to set up that gold grind.
Sounds like a sound play, because that defense that you increase with that Silver Shield pickup is quite tremendous, and Blue Dragons have Stop Spell.
That's actually really handy for later on. That makes, once you get Erdrick's armor, it makes you immune to Stop Spell. So it's basically a free turn to do damage to a Blue Dragon, and those are really nice toward the end of the game. 180 experience, really nice. Vanilla Fairy Flute in Coal, which is just south of Swamp North.
Yep, that's absolutely right. So we are still in search of that silver harp, and who knows, it might be the coordinates item. And right as he exits Cole, he is stopped by a blue dragon, and the blue dragon is going to send him back to the castle.
And Fred getting level 6 with, meh stats and the spell of Stop Spell.
Stop spell could be useful if we see enemies spam the sleep spell or even the heal more spell, so it could come in handy in this stage of the game.
Indeed. Couch one-shotting a Drakima. So that's, when you're one-shotting enemies like a Drakima and you're two-shotting enemies like a Druid Lord and a Spectre, 15 minutes into a seed, that's a good time.
Couch 23 with that excellent move is going to get level 6 also.
So it looks like we do have both Couch and Fred kind of sitting down to do a little bit of a grind here. Probably just getting some levels, maybe to try to find the Hurt More spell. Certainly looking for some HP, maybe some MP. And I think this is a good play here because right now the levels are very close together. So the enemies that are around here will get you those levels fairly quickly.
Fred taking down a Wyvern using the sleep spell for 64 points. He's now in striking distance of gaining level 7.
Oh, so not only do the Spectres have Dragon Lord 2 breath, they also have Heal More.
That's just about as bad as a Wombo combo. For those of you who don't know, the Wombo combo is when an enemy has both DL2 breath and the sleep spell. And there's level 7 for Fred Coughlin. Let's take a look at the numbers. It's 7, 1, 12, 23 magic points.
That's a pretty good level.
I definitely agree with that. And Druin only doing 4 points of damage, and Fred one-shotting that Druin. Next level is at 600 points.
So I think that now that we know that the Spectres have DL2 breath and Heal More, I think that pretty much makes them just a big old bucket of nope until we get the Hurt More spell.
I agree 100% there.
Oh, Warlocks have Dragon Lord 2 breath. That's fun.
Yeah, about that. So that's 2 enemies we know that have DL2 breath. Fred taking on this skeleton here, only doing 1 damage, so the defense is looking pretty decent. Down it goes.
One-shotting a Metal Scorpion at this point, as always feels good. Meanwhile, Couch one-shots a Druid Lord. Oh. Unless I'm crazy, I think the only thing here on this bit with Kentjil Castle is Swamp South, Rimmildar, and Garenham. I'm pretty sure that is the extent of this first continent. I'm pretty sure it's a tiny continent. Everything else is going to be through the Swamp Cave, which is actually not bad because they do have the spell of Outside and now plenty of MP. But we do know that the enemy zone right outside the Swamp Cave is no bueno.
Speaking of no bueno, running into a wizard is no bueno, and Fred is able to escape with his life, and he'll use an herb.
Fred closing in on 600 experience points, which you mentioned for level 8.
He gets 20 points closer. 69 more points will get him to the 600.
Couch going back into the grave of Garenham. Now, Couch actually doesn't know all of what is waiting him here, because I'm pretty sure he has only seen Spectres and now Druid Lords in this first zone of Garen's grave. But we know that I believe there are also Armored Knights here, so yeah, this is not necessarily a great zone here.
Yeah, but it's easy from the commentator's booth when we have already seen what has happened on Fred's side, but who knows, Couch might get lucky, or he might just run up against a blue dragon who's ready to take him back to the castle. 1 point left, and he gets away.
Fred getting to level 8, 3, 5, 19, and 6. Okay, time to go.
Yeah, those are some great numbers right there on the HP side, so things are looking good. Stop spell attempted by Couch 23, no dice, and that smash of the axe will send him back to Tantagel Castle.
Okay, Fred does make it back into Garenham, where he will pick up, I would imagine, maybe a couple extra herbs, maybe a torch, and then I would imagine he's going to try like heck to get to the first 3 caves in the first 3 chests in the grave here to set up that gold grind to get that silver shield that is waiting for him in Rimmildar.
Yeah, it's an easy dive to get to Rimmildar as well. So yeah, if you can get to those chests, set up that gold grind, you're gonna have a really good probability of picking up that silver shield. Meanwhile, Couch 23 has found coal.
Oh, Beta Strip also kind of reminding us that they're the 3 chests in the back of Garenham count. So once he gets the 3 chests in the back of Garenham, even if he dies in the grave, he'll be good to go for gold grind purposes.
Looks like Fred might be making another attempt at Garen's grave.
And we have Couch now exploring more of this second continent, which we know is actually kind of sort of the main continent.
It's definitely quite hefty in size, and there is level 7 now for Couch 23.
But Fred does get to these first 3 chests here, finding his Stones of Sunlight, finding his Dragon Scale, which I don't think he cares about because I'm pretty sure he already has one on, and some gold.
579 golds. Of course, the reason why you want to do this grind and hope to get to a town sooner rather than later is because every time you take a death, you lose half of the gold that's in your pocket.
Couch getting charcoalified again by a specter.
He got the stop spell off, but it was all for naught.
Jay Coper noting in chat that stop spell Blue Dragon might be possible to kill. Absolutely, it all depends on how much they cast the stop spell, right? If it's a 75%er, that might have a chance.
Couch doesn't want to find out when you only have 50 HP maximum, and Blue Dragons definitely pack a punch, but it's something we might be able to do later as Fred's able to get to another chest, finding the Fighter's Ring for +2 attack.
Our wonderful tracker, Hyro Fellows, bringing up the Blue Dragon stats, 25%. Couch, again, getting charcoalized by a Spectre and sent back to start.
Fred has had a really good dive so far, and now a Magic Wyvern, and uh-oh, well, they got hurt. That's not bad.
Tasteless 269 in chat asks, what does the Death Necklace do? Well, it depends. In vanilla, it does nothing but curse you. In the randomizer here, we have it programmed such that the Death Necklace, when you put the Death Necklace on, it will give you a 10 extra attack power boost, but at the cost of 25% of your maximum HP.
Oh, Wolf Lords have DL, 2 breath, and sleep. There's your wombo combo, Z-Man.
And there it is. Whoop, there it is.
It was such a good dive by Fred, and it just ended right there. A tough break.
So I can't imagine he goes back to the grave anytime soon. Going back just for that one chest is not real time. It's not real time efficient. And here comes the gold grind to 14,800 for a silver shield.
Such a great play. And uh-oh, AK-47 sighting. They have hurt also.
Ooh, Armored Knights with hurt are good.
Can't put it to sleep, though. They are very resistant to the sleep spell, and that is going to end Couch's day back to start.
Yeah, this zone right outside of the Swamp North is no fun whatsoever. We're seeing a lot of Sharlock enemies, as well as the Spectre that just wants to wreck your face. So yeah, it might not be a bad thing to do maybe a little bit of extra grinding just to try to. I mean, Hurt More right now would be the best spell ever because the Armored Knights are a 1 in 16 chance to block it. And the blue dragons are 50-50 shot. You take out the specters, so that would make getting out of this first zone here outside the Swamp North extraordinarily straightforward, as opposed to hitting your head against the same wall over and over and over again.
Here we go, Z-Man. Fred grinded up to 15,504 gold, and he is making the beeline here to Rimuldar to pick up the all-important Silver Shield.
Mm-hmm. So, Fred's defense is as good as it can get right now outside of Erdrick's armor. Because remember, the full plate armor and the magic armor do give the same defense power bonus. So, yeah, the only difference is the magic armor will heal 1 HP for every 4 steps you take. And on top of that, also reduces your exposure to hurt more or hurt by 1/3.
Yep, not only that, Erdrick's armor will also enable you to walk on the swamp tiles without taking any damage.
Fred picking up his fairy flute to deal with any pesky golems that he might cross paths with.
Yeah, especially if that ends up being the spike tile either in Hawk's Nest or in the basement of Sharlock. It's not really a desirable thing to use because the musical concerto lasts about 8 seconds.
Fred finding a metal slime, which we know have stop spell, which is nice. Oh, and gets an excellent move.
Oh, he gets the 255 points. That is level 9 right there for Fred. Let's take a look at the numbers. 33 and 1 point, but 0-0 on the agility and the power. But man, 33 HP.
So Empty Eye loves it. Empty Eye loves it. Empty Eye hates it. 0-0-33. Okay.
Meanwhile, Couch going after this metal scorpion. He's going to find himself just 62 points away from level 8.
And we know that level 8 does bring a modest HP gain as well.
Yeah, the next 2 levels, 8 and 9 for Couch.
Yeah, you go up 52 HP in the next 2 levels here. It's crazy.
Luck for Fred finding a couple of dead ends in his exploration trying to find the remaining towns. We still haven't found Cantlin or Breckenary or Hawksness. And we still haven't found Sharlock either.
No, we haven't. No, there's plenty of stuff still out there, and there's going to be that one nagging little question: is Erdrick's armor or the silver harp? Is that in the bottom of the grave? Because neither one of our runners has seen the chest in the bottom of the grave. Could that have something important?
Now, Fred getting stopped by the blue dragon. He ran, I think, 3 different times, and all 3 times he was unsuccessful, so his exploration is over. But meanwhile, Couch 23 going to get level 8 right now.
Yeah, when your agility is 39, you're not running from Sherlock things very easily. Not at all. Beta Strep in chat informing us that the coin flip, the 50% space run chance from a blue dragon is 42. So Fred is 3 agility away from that point. But of course, we know 50% in Dragon Warrior Randomizer is basically 90%.
Well, this is interesting. We've had a turn of events on both sides. Fred has found the Jerk Cave. Couch has found the Staff Cave.
The Jerk Cave, of course, being called that because, well, that is where you exchange your Staff of Rain, your Stones of Sunlight, and Erdrick's Token for the Rainbow Drop. And, well, if you don't have any of them, then he basically says, go away, and kicks you out.
And that Metal Slime being very nasty to Fred. Got the second hit off, and that's when he decided to run away. Meanwhile, Couch23 found the freebie cave. There was a magic key inside.
And this, I do believe, is going to be the mountain cave here for Fred.
Ooh, Couch23 taking down the Wolf Lord. Remember, they had the Wombo combo, and Couch23 getting lucky there, and there's Sharlock.
Yep, Sharlock, and there's another Wolf Lord, and there's the Sleep, and here's the Breath.
And there will be no Tonight Show for Couch23. He's going to be sent back to the castle.
Meanwhile, I'm thinking that so far that this top level of the mountain cave is actually really nice enemy-wise. I've seen a Droll Magi, which is straightforward. I've seen a Scorpion. I mean, this is really nice for a walking and exploring grind here.
And they give a fair amount of points. 58 points does the Droll Magi and 110 gold, so this is pretty solid.
Yeah. Speaking of solid, we have Couch taking out a Druin Lord, which again is nice experience for, this point in the seed. Now we're going to go north of Sharlock here a little bit, see what we can find. Maybe Couch will take out a Metal Slime of his own.
Well, he missed on the first attack, but the Metal Slime insisting on using his stop spell and swing and a miss again for Couch23. And there's a third miss, but he is still there. The stop spells continue to flow, and there's a hit for Couch23. There's one. Need 3 hits.
Meanwhile, Droll Magi have the spell of Hurt More. Oh, there was the armor. Fred finds the armor in the second mountain cave chest.
They have Hurt More! They have Hurt More! Metal Slimes have Hurt More!
Oh, so Hurt More is hiding behind that stop spell. So, that makes... Ooh, that's fun? Question mark?
Wow. So, he had 2 hits on him, missed on a few swipes, and 2 Hurt Mores is going to end Couch's day, and not only missing out on the exploration, missing out on the 255 points. Can you believe that? Let's look at the chests here. Herb for Fred, and the other chest is going to have the torch.
So we are pretty quickly starting to run out of places where this silver harp could be. It could be the bottom of the grave. It could be the overworld search spot. It could be the Hawk's Nest search spot. Or it could be this last chest here in the mountain cave.
I know what the chat would love to see. They want to see it. They want to see it be behind the last chest in the grave.
And what do we have here? We have the Cursed Belt.
Whenever you see a cursed belt, that you know that one of the search tiles are in play. There can be up to 3 cursed belts. If there's less than that, then we know that one of the search spots is going to be empty and it's going to be behind a chest. And that can usually mean that Sharlock is in play.
But here, it actually doesn't, because you need the silver harp to get into Sharlock. So Sharlock kind of not a thing for the silver harp, but it could be a thing for the death necklace.
Right.
Which, right now, this may be a death necklace seed. We don't know yet.
Well, Couch is going to give it another go past the Sharlock spot. Takes down the Drakey.
Okay, and Fred finding the town. Oh, look.
Brackenary.
Meanwhile, Couch finding Cantlin.
Alright, so that takes care of the only town we haven't found yet is Hawk's Nest. Now, the problem is we don't have a heal spell, and he does not have Erdrick's armor like Fred has, so he cannot find out his coordinates right now.
Well, but he does have herbs, and he should be able to use his herbs, take the damage, and get the coordinates. It'd probably be a one-way trip, but I think he can get there.
Yeah.
And speaking of heal, level 10 has the heal spell.
There you go. just talk about healing and the situation presents itself. So, yep, Couch is going to use herbs, which is something you don't normally see, because those barrier tiles that Couch is stepping on, they do 15 HP of damage unless you have the armor.
I may go and search. 52 south, 30 west. Yep, I would say that is probably not countable.
You think this is going to be a Gwaelin seed, huh?
I don't think, now, I might be nuts, but I don't think I saw any landmark for the second continent from the first.
Yeah, if that's the case, yeah, if that's not countable because it's in another continent, then yes, we would need our GPS, Princess Gwaelin.
Okay, and there is Hawk's Nest. I think you're going to see Fred check it out, if for no other reason than to get information on what happens to be here.
What do we have behind the spike tile? We've got an axe knife. Well, this is a great enemy to grind on if we had the means. He's going to try and take it down.
He might be able to take it down. He might be able to damage race it because he has a defense power of 70. Oh, and Axe Knights have stop spell. Oh, he can take this down. 3 swings and he's got it.
He's going to try to attack. That's 50, but ooh, he's still alive. And
yeah, he's got it.
Do it. Behind the tile,
there's the silver harp. So we do know then that search spot is going to be the death necklace.
We're in grind and go mode, but now the only problem for Fred is he does not know where the staff cave is. Once he finds that, he is going to be in grind and go mode.
Mm-hmm. That is exactly what he's looking for. Is definitely that that trade-in cave, because I believe he did. He's the one that saw the jerk, the Rainbow Drop Cave, but Couch is the one that saw the Staff of Rain cave. So.
Yep, absolutely right here. So they have different exploration advantages and disadvantages at the moment. So this is going to be very interesting as Couch has entered Hawk's Nest too.
Now, Couch is going to be a little dicier to do this. He doesn't have the HP nor the strength that Fred did. So this is going to be dicey.
He's going to try to put it to sleep. It didn't work.
Oh, but he gets the Kaishin! No, it's Shigeki!
Unbelievable luck there for Couch 23, considering the bad luck he had early on, and he's going to get that silver harp. That's amazing.
So now, Couch needs to get his butt into the mountain cave to get Erdrick's armor, and he will essentially be in grind and go mode.
This is anybody's game right now, but he runs against a blue dragon, and he cannot run away, and it's going to send him back to the castle.
Yep. Although that's not necessarily the worst thing that could happen to Couch, because Couch does know where the silver harp is, the harp trade-in cave is, and now maybe he'll just go the opposite way, because Fred and Couch went 2 opposite directions on the second continent.
Right away, he's going to go to the staff cave, the trade-in cave. He'll trade in that harp for the Staff of Rain. And Princess Gwaelin, I got some bad news for you. Your rescue party is going to have to wait for another seed.
Probably. I mean, unless that this really becomes a death necklace seed, I would agree with you. But given their strength now and their HP now, unless the strength absolutely disappears over the next 4 or 5 levels, I can't imagine this is a death necklace seed.
Neither can I, but we've seen stranger things happen in terms of level ups here in Dragon Warrior Randomizer, so anything's possible.
And Fred is walking past what we know to be the silver harp. Oh, nope, he's going back for it. Couch getting that wonderful level 9 with the 33 HP. And Fred picking up his Staff of Rain. Now, Fred has seen the jerk. The only thing Fred hasn't seen is Sherlock.
Yeah, definitely. So Fred right now, once he trades in, and there's another metal slime, then there's one hit. Uh-oh, stop spell is in effect. Remember, they've got hurt more, but they're going to run away.
And there is the rainbow drop cave for Fred.
Going to collect his piece of candy from the jerk, and by getting the rainbow drop, that gains access to Sharlock. So Fred officially in grind and go mode. He's in a pretty good spot at the moment.
Ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy.
I love the James Woods reference there. That's amazing. Star Wyvern time now for Fred. Couch still trying to explore and find everything that he hasn't. And another metal slime. And oh, man, just not having any luck. And there's the stop. So this time doesn't work.
So this metal slime now on Fred's side is kind of sort of harmless. Because the stop spell will never be effective against Fred because Erdrick's armor does protect against stop spell. So the metal slime could just keep spamming stop spell and stop spell.
After 2 hits, the third attack missed and it decided to run away.
Meanwhile, Couch gets hurt more back to start. Yeah, so that's kind of what I had a hunch about this metal slime here, that it's 75% stop spell and 25% hurt more behind it. But that's 25% hurt more once stop spell is stuck. If stop spell is not stuck, then it's 75% stop spell and basically more or less 12.5% attack, 12.5% hurt more. Fred running away from the golem. Meanwhile, it looks like we have Couch doing a quick grind here, possibly. Blue Dragon casting the spell of stop spell. Fred laughs at that, given that he has Erdrick's armor, and is now going to take on this Blue Dragon in a damage race here, which he will probably win. And you know, I have to, right? You know, Game Boy is around, so I have to. And Fred will pick up 118! Ooh, and 21 HP on level 11. That's nice.
Absolutely, that is nice.
Of course, no hurt, no heal more, though. No hurt more.
We're going to have to get that heal more spell before we even think about making a Sharlock die, but as you can see, that ability is pretty dang abysmal, and that Star Wyvern's going to send Fred back to start, Couch back into Garenham to shop for some supplies.
Mm-hmm. Couch picking up some herbage. Oh, I think Fred, I think we're going to get a spike tile check here of the Swamp Cave to see if anything here is grindable.
Yeah, that's definitely a solid play on Fred's part because you have a spike tile that guards Princess Gwaylin's chambers, and yeah, if there's a good enemy, especially if it's Axe Knight,
yeah,
great grind spot.
Yeah, you're not losing to an Axe Knight at this point. You have Erdrick's armor. You're not losing to an Axe Knight.
You still may lose to an Armor Knight as Couch finds out that he is not going to be able to run away with as much agility as they've got.
Meanwhile, Fred, unable to run away from a stone man, has to put it to sleep before being able to run. All right, so what do we have here in...
Oh no, it's the fun police, the Red Dragon.
Well, this is less grindable.
They do have 255 points, but boy, do they wallop a punch. When Fred's going to try to 3-shot it, and that was a weak one. Oh, 1 point left! And takes him down for the 255. Wow, by the skin of Fred's teeth right there.
Fred does take out that red dragon for that 255-point experience binge, which is great at this point.
I'll tell you what's not great is getting dodged by a Spectre that's got DL2 breath.
Yeah, but now that DL2 breath doesn't hurt nearly as much with Erdrick's armor.
Couch, just staying at the castle, is probably thinking about what he wants to do next.
Either that or IRL has called him away temporarily.
That could be too. We've seen that happen from time to time. I know in races I've called where Fred has been in action, that's happened to him. So, it does happen to everybody.
Yep, there we go. And he's back. Fred taking out this Star Wyvern.
325 more points, and he'll have level 12, and he's hoping that Heal More and or Hurt More will show up.
Yeah, either one would be fantastic. Hurt More opens up the Axe Knight grind in Hawk's Nest. Heal More, well, opens up pretty much any grind you want.
Boy, we've seen plenty of Metal Slimes in this race, Z-Man. Not many successes. Well, there's one hit for Fred.
Stumptronic in chat asking what build is CH? CH is Strength HP.
We got an excellent move! Take it away!
Noichigeki.
A huge 255-point boost there from Fred. My goodness gracious. Couch, looks like he might be making another dive for Garen's grave.
Indeed. So, of course, we know that the bottom of the grave the best thing at the bottom of the grave at this point is the Death Necklace. Well, no, the Death Necklace has to be on the overworld. The bottom of the grave is going to be a zonk.
You're absolutely right by process of elimination. 8, 4, 2, 5. No spells in level 12. We have 4 more levels left where we can possibly get spells. It is capped off at level 16. We must have all 10 spells by that point.
Ooh, Knights with baby breath. That's nice to see.
That's the first time we have seen the weak breath on any enemy, and the Knights do have that. It does far less damage than the DL2 breath.
So we have Fred looking for experience and Sherlock. We have Couch looking for his Erdrick's armor. Oh, speak of Sherlock.
He's found it.
Fred now knows. Yep. And is running back to the town. I think. Oh, is that Hawk's Nest, maybe?
So Couch finds his fighter's ring for a +2.
Couch mismenus and puts on the fighter ring. I've done that several times. You find something with an F and, look, there's my fighters. Whoops.
Yeah, that's the fairy water, and I didn't want to be using my fairy water right now because I may need it against DL2. And yep, Fred is exactly doing what we've kind of anticipated. He's going to go for the grind here in Hawk's Nest.
Yep, he's gonna hit these Axe Knights, and like I said, these Axe Knights, if you go in with full HP, they're not gonna kill you because you're probably gonna 3-shot an Axe Knight at worst. And Axe Knights do have Stop Spell in their repertoire. So, see, look, they have Stop Spell. And Stop Spell is a free turn for you. So this is an absolutely perfect grind spot for right now.
Looks like it's 25% Stop Spell. Ooh, but they have DL2 breath according to our statistics.
Yeah, I haven't seen that yet. That'll be fun when that eventually comes out.
Yeah, Fred will think twice if he does stumble across that, and there it is. All we had to do is talk about it, and the situation presents itself. But he's still going to get this Axe Knight down, but that means Fred's going to have to heal.
Yep. But again, as long as you heal back to full, the Axe Knight, unless the Axe Knight does back-to-back Dragon Lord 2 breaths, which, what's 1 out of 8 times 1? So that's 1 out of 64. That's a 1 out of 64 chance to do back-to-back DL2 breaths. You're going to survive.
I mean, I know those are great odds, but well, let me tell you, if I was playing, I wouldn't like 1 in 64 odds.
Yeah. I think at this point you just kind of understand that it might happen, and if it does, you just go back to it.
Does I go and buy a lottery ticket? Stoneman and Couch trying to run away and not having any luck with that. Now he does on the second attempt. And there goes another Axe Knight for Fred. The next Axe Knight, no, not the next Axe Knight, but the Axe Knight after that will give him level 13. If he gets hurt more out of this, he can really do some damage.
Meanwhile, we have Couch getting to level 10 with that nice power boost, but more importantly, the spell of Heal. And Couch is going to go see, oh, what do we have here in the trap? What do we have here in the trap tile? I wonder if I can kill this. Let me think. Can I kill whatever's here in the trap tile? It's... Uh-oh.
Yep, it's the fun police that do a lot of damage. But look at this, an excellent move, and down it goes!
Very nice.
Oh, he's going to rescue Princess Gwaelin. Very interesting, man. But before he gets there, a wolf charges at him. He's like, you're not going to take my princess.
25010 at level 13 with no spells.
Only three levels remain.
Mundane One asks, where was armor? The coordinates? Nope, the armor was in a mountain cave, which Couch has not yet seen.
With the outside spell and the return spell, we can return Princess Gwaelin without having to deal with any encounters.
Just looks like Princess Gwaelin is hovering. But I guess, you know, if it's a ghost carrying her, I guess she would hover? Question mark?
It's a very interesting sight, to say the least, Z-Man. Starwiver now on Fred's side. They have heal, which isn't a real big deal.
All right, so I think we have Fred booking it right straight back to Hawksness. And we have Gwaelin's Love coming out, the GPS, the Gwaelin positioning system. So he is at, oh, jeez. It's 2 to the east of the Swamp North. That's hysterical.
Wow, and he does get the death necklace. Now, again, if strength comes into play, it very well could come in handy for Couch. We'll see. That's probably not what he was hoping he'd find, but it definitely could be a game changer, Z-Man.
I mean, it could be. It's not really looking like it's going to be, because right now our runners aren't far from having DL2able strength. I mean, strength would basically have to zero out for the next 3 or 4 levels for it to really be a consideration.
Pyrolad has the perfect slogan for the GPS. Gwaelin Positioning System. Gwaelin always knows where you are.
Yeah, she basically low-jacks the hero. Alright, so now Couch is looking, well, what we know Couch is looking for. Couch is looking for the mountain cave, and he is looking for the rainbow drop cave. Of course, Fred has both of those, and he is basically just grinding. He's grinding to get a little bit more strength. I mean, HP and MP are probably doable given enough strength. But the big thing right now he's looking for is the spell of Heal More. Because Heal More is, I mean, I guess it's technically not, but Heal More, for all intents and purposes, is required to beat a seed, especially in Randomizer. It's, I mean, not technically, but for all intents and purposes, it is.
Oh, and Fred getting put to sleep, and it's a lot of turn sleep, and there's the perfect bid on Fred's side. 48 hit points exactly is going to send him back to start. Wow, what a bad break.
I suppose it's a good thing they're not in Sherlock, I guess.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Of course, there's one enemy well, at least one enemy that we have not seen yet. We haven't seen any green dragons, and who knows what they might have.
This is true. Star Wyvern sending Couch back to start, unfortunately. All right, so we have Couch going back to the main continent, right? Because everything is pretty much over here except for Cole, Tantagel, and Rumaldar. And looks like Fred is probably heading back to Hawksness to get back on the Axe Knight grind.
I must say, those are two brave slimes right there. Fred at level 13, and they weren't running away from him.
Oh, and this Armored Knight not letting Couch get away and sending Couch back to start.
Boy, he's just had some absolute bad luck. I mean, look at the death count disparity between the two. Only 10 deaths for Fred, but 22 for Couch.
Yeah, now, some of that is due to Fred's early grind up to level 7 or 8 that he ground outside of Rumaldar. But some of that is some genuinely poor RNG on Couch's side.
Look at this RNG. Putting the golem to sleep with the fairy flute, and he's going to kill it just like that. Just stayed asleep. There's the 255 points on his way to Hawk's Nest. Boy, what a play.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Couch gets a red dragon. I mean, this is what RNG can do to you sometimes.
Yeah, this is the first time we've seen one in the overworld. You know, that was the spike tile to rescue Princess Squalin, and Couch unsuccessful in his bid to take it down.
And notice how much more damage the red dragon can do, given the Couch doesn't have Erdrick's armor or even the silver shield. Right? And that's kind of, I mean, outside of Erdrick's armor, but that is Couch's main issue, is that he doesn't have that extra defense that the silver shield is doing. So enemies like these Axe Knights, you know, once he eventually gets to grinding, will take longer to grind. Because they're going to do so much more damage.
Speaking of Axe Knight, Z-Man, this next Axe Knight that Fred will take down with an excellent move, 117 points, is going to get him level 14. Let's see what we get for the numbers. It's going to be 5, 1, 0, 24 magic points, and we learn not the spell we wanted to learn.
So, this is fun. HP where we want it. MP where we want it. Agility is crap. Strength is very much approaching where we want it. So this is going to be a fun, interesting little Sharlock dive. They're not going to be able to run or repel much. Well, they should be able to run okay, but they're not going to be repelling much at 56 agility and 78 defense power. And so it's a good thing they have the extra HP so that they have some healers in reserve to get down to the bottom.
Yeah, so for those of you who may have missed it, the spell that they learned at level 14 was Hurt. There's still 3 spells left, which we are definitely going to be learning within the next 2 levels. Of course, Fred would like to see all 3 in the same level 15, but we know what's going to happen. All 3, or at least the main ones, are going to be level 16.
But I mean, even Hurt more right now would be fantastic, right? Because that shortens the time of this Axe Knight grind, and given your MP, you're just going to mow through these Axe Knights like they're nothing.
Couch putting the golem to sleep with the fairy flute, getting some nice turn luck. That golem's been asleep for quite a while and takes him down without waking up for the 255 points and level 11.
Several members of chat are also kind of positing that maybe this isn't a Sharlock where you try to run from many things. Maybe this is a Sharlock where you just decide to pound everything. To answer Jay Coper in chat, we don't think the red dragon has anything but attacks. We haven't seen anything, so something could be a 25%er, but we haven't seen. Oh, Couch finds the mountain cave, which we know is big.
And there we go. Red dragons are fight, fight, fight. Just attacks.
Fight more.
Or I guess in a dragon's case, fight more.
6 of one, half a dozen of the other.
Fred needing to get to 7,500 points. He is currently 830 points away. If I'm doing the math correctly, that's 7 more X Knights.
Couch slowly approaching.
Oh,
no.
What bad luck. He tried to run away from a Spectre and was unsuccessful, and he immediately gets punished.
Yep, see, this is what RNG can do to you in this game. It can just punish you.
Yep, and that's the reason why it doesn't matter what seeding you are. If you have bad RNG like Couch 23 is having, it doesn't matter who you're facing. It's just not going to be your day. I mean, there is still time, but
yeah,
the more deaths he takes in unfortunate spots like that, the better the odds Fred's going to have of pulling this off.
Well, I mean, once Fred gets the spell of Heal More, you can consider going. I mean, if Fred gets a decent strength increase at level 15 and the Heal More spell, he can go.
Three more Axe Knights, and Fred will indeed have level 15. Should have enough resources to manage that. Oh, and Fred pulling the crit, so now he's 2 away from level 15.
Couch, meanwhile, I think trying to make his way back to the mountain cave. And Couch encountering a blue dragon. Let's see how many times it will take him to run away from said blue dragon. Only 3.
All right, next attack for Fred ought to do it, and it does. Here comes level 15. This will tell the tale of the tape if we're good enough to go to Sherlock. Look at this. We have got 9, 2, 7, all 3 spells. He could be ready if he wanted to try it.
So, attack power, 125. Subtract 100 for Dragonlord's defense, that's 25. Divide by 2 and round down, that's 12. Divide by 2 again, that's 6. You are doing 6 to 12 damage to Dragonlord 2. So that is an average of 9. So at an average of 9, you need 16 or 17 swings. You have 15 casts of the spell Heal More. No, I'm sorry, 16. That level gave him 16. So it is close. It is very, very close. Now, that is assuming you attack and don't use Fairy Water strats. Because Fairy Water can do 9 to 16. So it's close, but given their agility and their defense power, they probably are going to need to use a couple of charges of Heal More on the way down. So grinding an extra level is probably the right play.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, yeah, Fred is on the border, and yeah, at this point, Fairy Waters would be a wise and sound play. Yeah, I don't think he's satisfied enough with his attack power, but we'll see. If he wants to get to level 16, though, he's going to have to grind up to 9,750 points. And man, the bad luck just continues for Couch 23. He runs into an AK-47, and he just gets blazed down by it.
Yeah, Couch has got to feel like this seed is just not wanting him to succeed in any way, shape, or form. Because his RNG has just been terrible in this seed.
Fred gonna go after the fun police here. I mean, he certainly has the resources to try, but he's getting low rolls.
Yeah, but with the spell of Heal More, he'll, even if he has to use a Heal More mid-battle, he'll take it down. Now, with Caitlin not too terribly far from Sherlock or Hawk's Nest, this is a fine play.
Absolutely, 255 more points. So he's now 1605 away. It looks like he's heading back to Hawksness and continuing his grind. But before he does, he'll take down a Star Wyvern with the Hurt More. Or he thought he could take it down. It was a little bit unfortunate because Star Wyvern's 56 to 74. Just didn't work out. And another Star Wyvern.
Once he eventually gets to the Axe Knight, the grind should be fairly quick.
Boy, speaking of more bad luck, one turn of the Fairy Flute and already the Golem is back up and it dealt 46 damage. Well, now speaking of Fairy Flutes, Fred's going to do the same thing on his Golem. And of course he gets a crit. Wow. Yeah, you got to use heal more because the next attack might not be enough.
So Fred at this point, well, I was going to say he looks to be taking on all comers, but ran away from that Golem.
Meanwhile, Couch leveling up to level 12. Yep, Fred returning back to Hawksness for some more Axe Knight fun. Wow, you gotta talk about bad luck. That Hurtmore did 63 HP of damage, and that wasn't enough. I mean, they could have up to 67, but that is just bad luck.
Yeah. But then you'll go 5, 6 in a row, and just, mow down, 5 or 6 in a row, so... Tramp Royale asks, what is the story on the experience difference? Two things really kind of factor in here. One, Fred did an early gold grind and got an early full plate armor, large shield, and hand axe, and also did a relatively early silver shield grind, so had better equipment than Couch early. Did a little bit of an earlier grind, which opened up more of the seed for Fred early, and once Fred actually got the seed kind of open, Couch was keeping up with him up until the seed opened up for Fred, and then just since then, Fred has just zoomed off into the distance, and RNG has just not been, since then, RNG has just refused to be kind to Couch.
Yeah, it's just been absolutely abysmal bad luck for Couch 23, and you hate to see it, but that's the way it goes sometimes. Fred, 100 experience points away. Is he making the dive? He might be making the dive and get level 16 on the way, because, he still had plenty of magic points left.
I think he's going to take out... I think he might be thinking that he's going to take out an enemy or two on his way. See, now he cast the Repel spell, but Yep, there is the Star Wyvern. He's looking for the Star Wyvern, I think.
Yep, because it's worth 105. You need 9750, so he'll have 5 points left over, and we'll see what kind of boost he gets on level 16. Here come the numbers. We have got 8, 10, 4, 9, and look at the green.
All right, well, this is pretty well a free... This is a pretty well a free fight now for Fred. So if you crunch some numbers, right? So again, you take 133, subtract 100, divide by 2, you round down. So that's 16 max, 8 minimum. So you're doing 8 to 16 damage. You're doing 12 damage per roll, right? So what do you need? You need 120, 132, 144. So you need roughly 14 attacks. And you have, 15, 16 heal mores? The math is definitely in your favor, even if you have to blow a heal more here and there on your way down.
Try 17 heal mores. He's got 138 magic points.
Oh, yeah, I can math. Yeah, this is free. Now, question is Sherlock going to be free? We don't know. But once he gets to the Dragon Lord fight, as long as he has, 12 heal mores, so 96 HP, he's going to be fine.
Alright, so all eyes are on Fred as he makes his first attempt at the Sherlock dive. And since he's got some torches, he might as well go ahead and use it. And the first enemy he sees, well, what do you know? It's an Axe Knight.
Couch getting a revenge spite kill of a Wolf Lord for the amount of times he got slept and wrecked by said Wolf Lord.
Oh, bad luck there for Fred. Couldn't run away from an Axe Knight and decided to use the rare DL2 breath on him. And there's another one. This time he escapes.
So Zone 1 here seems rather tame. I don't think we've seen a red dragon or an armored knight here yet in Zone 1. So that's certainly a good thing. Let's see what Zone 2 decides to bring.
Yeah, he was encounter-free on that particular floor, and he's encounter-free on this floor, too.
So at 87, you are repelling some of the lower-level Sherlock enemies. I think specifically the wizard and the werewolf, I believe you are repelling down here. Maybe even a green dragon, or is green dragon 88?
Green dragon's 88.
88, okay.
Well, speaking of green dragons, there they are, and they have DL2 breath too.
Yep, that was the one enemy we were concerned about because we hadn't seen one all seed. So
I was about to call Spike Tile for that, but nope.
My other Nick, what does short Sherlock mean? That means that once you enter Sherlock Castles, you are transported to the bottom floor. It is an option for the randomizer. It is an option, but it is not one we are using in this tournament, unless runners happen to agree to the option.
Fred runs into a stone man, and again with the Spectre dealing DL2 breath not once but twice on poor Couch. He finally did get the armor.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Couch did get the armor, so the Spectres aren't hitting nearly as hard.
However, Fred having some problems with this red dragon. He's down to 21 HP. He's going to have to burn a heal more here.
Yeah, but not really an issue. He's got plenty of heal more still. And I think Fred has just decided, you know what? We're just going to fight.
Yeah, because red dragons, they have quite a bit of agility. They have 120.
Mm-hmm.
190, excuse me.
So meanwhile, Couch is now just looking for the Rainbow Drop Cave, the Jerk Cave. Once he finds that, he will have everything he needs to be in grind and go mode.
Alright, behind the spike tile, we've got ourselves a stone man. And we're going to go ahead and put it to sleep.
But then the Stoneman's like, nah, I'm not sleepy. I'm just going to wake up.
Dealing plenty of damage, back-to-back 52 hits, and down goes the Stone Man, but then runs into a golem, which he is able to escape from, so... and another golem right before he gets to the Dragon Lord, and he's going to go ahead and... use a heal more, figuring he has plenty. So he still has 15 heal mores left. Should be good to go.
Alrighty. So we're hoping that Dragon Lord 1 isn't too much of a jerk here. So far we've got 2 attacks and 1 stun. And there's a hurt more, but yeah, you always expect a hurt more or 2 out of Dragon Lord 1. Oh, an attack is just fine, and Here we go. Laws, I will let you take the count away.
You got it. Let's see if he gets the first strike on DL2. He does not. All right, first attack is going to be for 11. Ooh, the minimum 19. Another low roll. He's at 28. There's a better one. 42. He'll have to use another heal more. Remember that the Dragon Lord 2 has anywhere between 150 and 165 HP. 13 takes him to 55. Level 13 for Couch. There's an 11, takes him up to 66. What a 9. Now he's got 75. Can't do a double on 42. And getting awfully low rolls here. And the minimum again for Freddy's at 83. He could be in some trouble. And another minimum. He's at 91 now. Did get a double. That was very effective. He's up to 102 after that 11. There's a big one. 15, 117. Attacks again for 12. He's up to 129. He should be in good shape now, even if he goes minimums the rest of the way.
Yeah, even if he min rolls, he has this. So I think the only thing that can stop him now is a miss menu.
Absolutely, Z-Man. We're up to 143 after that 14. This next attack could do it for Fred. And he gets 14 for 157. That is not enough. This attack is guaranteed, and he knows it. 165 right on the dot. Get your GGs out for Fred. He is going to win and advance to the next round of the bonus bracket.
All right, and there it is. Everybody in chat, get out your GGs. Fred Coughlin has finished in first place in this race with an official SRL time of 1 hour, 17 minutes, and 13 seconds.
That's a very, very good time, Fred. Man, he played well, but he also ran lucky, too. I mean, as you can see by the disparity in the death counts, just 10 deaths for Fred, which is really, really good for any DWR seed. And Couch, man, 26 deaths. It just was not his night.
Yeah, and right after seeing the dot done from Fred, Couch 23 has forfeited from the race. I can't blame him one bit. I mean, he's got to be so done with this seed.
You got to feel bad for Couch. I mean, I don't really think he did too many things wrong. It's just the RNG just absolutely didn't favor him at all. And there's the statistics. He actually had 162 HP. And we do have here in the commentator's booth tonight's winner, Fred Coughlin, who is here with Dragon Lord 2 on the 8s. Take it away. Wait, your microphone's not on, Fred. We got to wait for you. We do also have Couch 23 in the commentator's booth. We just got to wait for them to open up their mics, and we can begin our grilling of these two contestants. Hey, good evening, gentlemen.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, Couch. There
we go.
Hey, Fred. Oh, that seed, it was very much the tale of two different seeds here. Fred, this seed was really pretty nice to you, and Couch, this seed was really pretty evil to you.
Oh, I'm sorry, Couch.
Hey, it's all good. I just want to say shout outs to every single monster having DL2 breath.
Yeah, there was quite a bit of that going around.
By the way, if you thought you saw enough DL2 breath, if you ever did get to Charlotte, green dragons down there also had DL2 breath. It was
Yeah,
just
there was a lot
it
of
was,
that.
yeah, it was nasty. Lots and lots of DL2 breath, and I mean, you had some real bad luck on Axe Knights, real bad luck on Blue Dragons, real bad luck on the Spectres. I mean, trying to run away, and they just kept blocking you. And when they did block you, they just wasted no time using DL2 breath. It was just nasty.
Oh, dang. Sorry, Couch.
Hey, it happens. That's literally the game.
True, but still, it's that's one of the stinky ways, to have it go down that, having that, you've proven yourself to be incredibly good at this game, and having that kind of luck is that's just bad. I'm sorry.
That's what it is.
So, Fred, what did you think about this particular seed? It treated you pretty well. That early grind you did out of the throne room really kind of helped you out there with those initial equipment that you got from Cole. That really kind of helped you out and got you going.
Yeah, I decided early on I just wanted to, see what things were there. I knew that there was a potential grind there, especially once I peaked and found everything. And then just once I found coal and found, half plate and the hand axe, I said, okay, I got to at least get that so that way I can try to, get going early. And then, of course, discovered if I'd gone the other way, I could have got myself a silver shield and other fun stuff. But ended up just hitting that one off of the whichever one that was there. One of those random 5 chest caves, and from there just started exploring, especially because getting the stones early, and then when I found Hawk's Nest, finding the silver harp, at that point I was like, okay, all I need to do is explore and try and not have to go back to any of the chests that were hanging. But got lucky from that perspective.
Yeah, and Couch, you actually found Rimildar way before Fred did. So you had, that advantage. Any thoughts to doing, maybe hitting the reset button and doing a gold grind right out of the throne room, or were you just I'm just going to grind it out?
I have absolutely no thoughts on the seed, to be honest. It was pretty brutal, to be honest.
Yeah. It was, yeah. We definitely noticed that right around, I don't know, the you guys were pretty close for the first like 25 minutes or so, give or take, and then the seed just completely turned on its head for Couch, and Fred was just finding everything in the right order. Just to give you an idea, Fred got his Airdrix armor in the first dive, but I believe somebody in chat mentioned that you had to actually dive Mountain Cave 4 times to go get your armor.
Yeah, it was pretty rough. I mean, that's the way this game goes, though. I'm pretty used to it.
And you got a good attitude, sir, I have to say, especially with all the garbage that got thrown at you. It sounds like you just, you've got a great attitude. It's always fun getting to play you in any of these tournaments. I feel like this is one of our first time, well, definitely our first time here, but FF4, it was always fun getting to play you here and there. And you've got a mind for all these randomizers. You're really good at this stuff, so
I appreciate it.
Definitely
You're pretty dang good yourself. This just means, I get to focus on free enterprise, right?
Even better, yeah. You're in that tournament right now, so run away on that one, do the best you can, and kick some tuchus there.
You guys haven't crossed paths and linked to the past randomizer?
Surprisingly not.
Yeah, I was gonna say, now I'm thinking about it. Yeah, I know you play it quite a bit too, and just I don't think in any of the tournaments we've ever hit each other. It's kind of crazy.
To be fair, the last tournament I played was that giant 512 person one. So,
well, I mean, if we're gonna run into each other, I mean, that would have been the perfect time to do it. I mean, with the chaos that was in that tournament.
Now we just need to get Couch to start running some Zelda 1 randomizer.
Perfect.
Something like that.
Eventually, we'll get you there.
But yeah, thank you for restreaming this. Thank you for the commentary. Thank you, Fred, for the awesome race. Good luck on your future races. I hope everything goes fantastic for you. And yeah, this was great. I was laughing my behind off the whole time. It was fantastic.
Well, thank you. Great game, sir. Sorry again about the RNG. Hopefully, we'll run into each other again at some other point here, so that way the RNG can turn itself around, and then we can have a rematch in one of the future tourneys.
Absolutely.
All right. So, Laws, I guess, do you have any final questions here for our runners before we get on up out of here?
No final questions. I mean, GG to both of you, and congratulations again to Fred advancing to the next round of the tournament.
All right. So I think with that, I think we will talk about the schedule for tomorrow in the Dragon Warrior Randomizer Tournament. Tomorrow we have 2 races going on. At 8 p.m. Eastern Time, we have Azrael Ravenheart versus Veilavi. Again, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, somewhere on the Randomania family of networks. And at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, over on RPG Limit Break, we have Bobski 021 against some guy named Z-Man. So that's
he?
I don't know who he is. I'm sure he's terrible at the game.
Wherever he is, it should be a very good matchup nonetheless.
Yeah, indeed. So I think we are going to send the raid over to, well, we just said it, RPG Limit Break, who has just started a Final Fantasy Randomizer co-op tourney match. So, Laws, why don't you take us on out of here?
All right, sounds good. So for everybody here on Randomania, remember, please make sure you give both of our runners tonight, Fred Coughlin and Couch23, a follow. For our tracker, hi Rafellos. For our restreamer here, Lord of the Synth, and for my commentator partner, Z-Man. I'm LOZ Cards Fan 23. Have a great evening, and we will see you again tomorrow night for more exciting Dragon Warrior Randomizer Tournament action. Good night, everybody.